Hey, all right, everybody, look, I've got another box. Right, okay, what's inside this box today? Well, it's the brand new ENGWE Engine 3.0 Boost. So let's have a look of the boxes that were inside this box. Then let's get the bike by here and we can have a good look. So inside the box is some more boxes. There's 1, 2, 3 boxes there. We've got the rear rack to put on, seat to put on, front mudguard and the front wheel. So in these boxes there's the pedals, there's some spanners, there's a pump, there's something there we'll have a look at later. We've got the front spindle there. In this box here is the front sort of handlebar mount and the side stand, and by here is the charger. So here it is all put together. Now there was quite a few things that I had to do to put this bike together because it is packed up in quite a small box, not small, but quite compact compared to the size of this bike. So what did I have to do to put it all together? This stem here had to go on, this bit here had to go on, the handlebars had to go on, down by here, the headlight had to go on, the front mudguard and the front wheel, the pedals, the seat had to go in, this rear rack by here had to go on, the rear light had to go on, the rear mudguard, there was 2 things either side with these bars going down, had to be done up. And also, down by there, the side stand had to be put in. Now, one of the big differences I can see compared to the old Engine Pro is that the battery is now housed by here. So that makes it a lot easier to remove because it used to be in this sort of part there in the frame, but now it's moved to there, which is very, very nice. It comes with 2 keys for the battery. So let's just see how easy it is to take the battery out. It's got to be easier than taking it out of the frame. So let's just try it. So let's pop the key in by there. It's at the top. We'll give it a little bit of a turn. It does come out quite easy like that. And then we lift it out. And there we go. There's the battery. Now on the battery, it says 48 volts, 15 amp hours, or 720 watt hours. Now looking here at the tyres, the wheel and the front brakes, we've got a 180mm disc here, hydraulic brakes. Now the tyre is a 20-inch rim, 20 times 4, but we've got a new style sort of tyre here which looks way more heavy duty. The tread on it is very, very thick, so these tyres look like they're going to be able to withstand a lot more wear and tear. So this is what it looks like with me sitting on the bike. 5'10", 178 centimetres or 1.78 metres. Now, lovely upright position. I do like the seating position of these ENGWE style e-bikes. By here you have got adjustable handlebars there going up and down to suit your needs, and the seat goes up and down. It's got plenty of adjustment, so you should be able to get nice and comfortable like I am by here. Now we have got a front headlight here. We'll test that a little bit later on to see how good it is. Then at the back by here we have got a tail light. Now there is no brake light that operates from the actual brake levers. It's more of a sensor, and when you slow down quickly the brake light will come on. Here we have the magnet of truth. So let's just see what the construction of this bike is made of. But there, the frame, aluminium, aluminium, aluminium. Down by here, aluminium. Down the back by there, aluminium. This little thing in the back by here, aluminium. Go to the front. This stem by here, that is aluminium. So is that. So is the handlebars, plastic mudguards. This bit by here feels like aluminium. Obviously that's steel in there. Aluminium by here. And then this front wheel here is also aluminium, so it's mostly aluminium construction. So looking up here on the handlebars, we got the hydraulic brakes, 7-speed Shimano display. Then over here is your button, so let's turn it on by holding that down there so we can have a look at the display. And there we go, comes up on there. Nice looking display. Now if I press the power buttons, we got like a white light there. If we go like that, there it goes green, like a lighter green, blue, yellow and pink. So it's quite nice, a lot of nice colours there going on. By here we have got the horn, so let's just try that. That is super duper loud. You've got the information button there, then your plus and minus button. So there we go, that's what it looks like on the handlebars. There you go then, that was a look around the ENGWE Engine Pro 3.0 Boost. Let's get this bike out on the old open road. Right, okay, here we are, out on the old open road. Let's get across this big main road by here first. Like this. This is a cycle path. Now I'm gonna go up this cycle path, and then I think there's a big huge hill. So I'll try the big huge hill. It's quite long, it's quite steep. So we'll get up at the top of here and we'll try the boost function and see if it can get me up the hill. Now, let me just stop by here because there's a car coming out here slowing down. There we go. Now they are building, on this road here, they are building this cycle path wider. They haven't quite got to this bit yet. They are taking a long time, but this whole road here will be a cycle path. Now, like I was just saying, we'll go up here. This pavement is so bumpy. It's not very smooth pavement. I don't think this pavement's been done in years. Right, so what was I saying? Right, we'll go up here, and the mountain is up the top of here, turn left, and then there's a very, very long, steep hill. So we'll try the boost function. Now, I gotta say, my initial thoughts of getting on this bike, let me just get past these stingies here. Youch. My initial thoughts straight away, super comfortable. I will say that the rear suspension, as usual, is looking about. Let me give it a little bit of a bounce. A bit of a bounce. It's very, very, very firm. There's a bit of give in it, but it is still quite firm. But the seat is very comfortable, and the seating position, you're upright, so is super comfortable. Anyway, let's get up here a little bit further. Now at the moment I've got it in level 5. It is a torque sensor, so you have got to put a little bit more of a push on your actual the pedals, but when you press the boost button, it acts a little bit more like a cadence sensor. Not exactly like a cadence sensor, but a little bit more like a cadence sensor when you press the boost button. Now, I don't know if this boost button is set for a certain amount of time or not, but we'll find out when we get to the hill. But at the moment, everything's groovy, everything's nice, everything's fine. It's a joy to ride, this bike is. I think I got my seat a little bit too low though, so I think I'm gonna stop and put my seat just a little bit higher in a minute, because my knees are coming up just a little bit too far, so I think I'll pull over, put my seat up a little bit, just to make it a little bit nicer. Right, okay, got my seat a bit higher. Much nicer, that is now. I'm quite high off the ground though. But so far, it is easy to pedal. And like I said, I got in pedal level assist 5, and the torque sensing is like, now if I come to a stop by here, like this, right? And I pull off with the torque sensor, it's almost instantaneously. You've only got to move the crank just a smidge, and it starts straight away. So anyway, let's get across this nice cycle path thing here. Is he stopping? Yeah, he's stopping, okay. Okay. So I think cars have got to stop for cyclists as well, because it's got like a little cycle thing there, so this must be the new way of things. Right, I've got to go onto this little bit by here. The council are trying to make it a little bit better for cyclists around this area. Right, gear 5, no boost function. Power level assist 5, and we're doing 19 kilometers an hour. I haven't changed it over to miles per hour yet. We are going up a hill, and it is quite easy actually in gear 5, so that's quite nice. Now, I've just looked down at the display down by here, and the battery sort of reading is a very good one, because it's actually, you know, it's going down, it's on 97%, so it's showing you a percentage and actually going down. There's not like drops in bars, it's actually more precise. So it is showing 97%, which is far better than just 5 blocks. So I like it, very good. Let's carry on. The big hill is coming up by here now, not far away. Right, okay, here's the big hill in front of me by here now. Now I usually come down this hill every so often, not very often, but I'd usually come down it. Now, I don't expect this bike to get me up here, but we'll give it a bash. I can't stay in gear 5, so let's try gear 2. Let's try the boost function. The cars are going to come past me quite quick. It is quite steep by here. That car has slowed down right behind me. I can hear it behind me. There we go. It is quite a busy mountain road, this one. But I'm in gear 2 at the moment. I got the boost button on. I'm holding the boost button down just to see if it does continue like this or if it stops. But at the moment, everything's okay. I'm still in gear 2. I'm still on a big hill. I am experiencing a little bit of jerkiness because the more, like the torque sensor, every time it senses a bit more push, it gives you a bit more power, if you know what I mean. But so far, so good. We're still getting up here. Gear 2. I might have to go in gear 1. I'm not quite sure. The boost button is still engaged. Here we are by here now. So the bike is doing most of the work. I am doing a little bit of work, so let's put in gear 1, like that. It is very steep. The camera doesn't show how steep it is, but it is steep. Now I expect to see the battery go down quite a bit going up this hill, because it's a long old push, this hill is. But the boost button is still engaged. We're doing about 10 kilometers an hour. Right, we're more than halfway up. Let's just pull over by here and have a look over by here a second. That says, I think it says HEADLIGHT Van Road. Not quite sure. It does say on there, up there, what they are. Shall I go and have a look? There we go. Welcome to the Van Road Lime Kilns. That's where they are there, if you can see that on the camera there. Like that. Right, let's get back on the bike. Now, since I've stopped, it's a good time to see the old seat squish test. So it is, look, nice wide seat. Squishy, squishy, squish. Squishy is squishy everywhere. It's a very nice seat. It is very nice. It has got springs at the back underneath, down by there. But the seat is very, very comfortable. So, it says no parking by here, so I better not park the bike. Let's get up the rest of this hill. Now, I don't know if that shows by there. Does that show there how steep the hill is? It is steep. So, let's carry on. Now, I think I've conquered the steepest part by there with the boost button on. Let me just try it without the boost button. Without the boost button, then engage the boost button. So, the boost button does give you a boost. That's what it's there for. But you still got to make sure you're pressing on the crank because it is a torque sensor. So I don't think it's far to go now. But like I said, this hill goes on for quite a while. Now, I've edited probably, in the editing, I'll probably edit some of this out so the hill won't look as long because it'd be quite boring otherwise. But I think just round this corner by here, and then there's another turn, and I think I've conquered the hill. So that is fantastic. There we go, the road is leveling out now. You probably can't tell on camera that the road is leveling out. I think I can go into second gear now. There we go. Going a bit faster, 15 kilometers an hour. There we go, we've made it. I think I'll just pull over by here and I'll see if I can change it to, after this car's gone past me, change it to miles per hour. Let's pull over by here. Right, I have changed it to miles per hour. You've got to go press the plus and minus button down, go in the settings, use the I button, then press the up and down button again to change it to miles per hour. I had to get going quickly because there was a pile of horses and I wanted to get in front of them, not go past them, if you know what I mean, because horses don't like bikes. So anyway, I think we can do a brake test in a minute. We are doing 22 miles per hour down here with just gravity. The hill gets a little bit steeper by here, so let's let's just see how fast we can go down this hill on this bike with gravity. I'm sure it gets a bit steep around this corner by here, so I'm not touching the brakes. Let's keep my hands off the brakes. I might have to touch the brakes when I get to that corner there. 20, 23, 24, I got to touch the brakes. I can't see what's coming around that hill. I gotta say the brakes feel very, very good, but we'll try the brake test when we're on a bit of a flat ground. Hey! So there is an app, there's something to do with this thing by here. There is a QR code as well that you've got to scan for the app. Now there's a bit of a process to set it up. You've got to take the battery out, turn the battery off, plug the battery into the charger and plug it in, turn the battery on, push the battery so it's connected, then you've got to set up the actual app itself, because that activates this thing by here. So there is a process. It should be in the manual, and it does say on the app as well. So there is a little bit of a process to get it working. Now once it's working, I'll put the app up by here, but the side of me by here, this is the home page by here, which gives you your riding stats of what you've done, the wind today, where you are, humidity, etc, etc. If you go on to Ebike like that, there's the bike there, 93% is showing. You can change the pedal assist levels there, +1, and 1 will go up on here as well. You've got the bike light. If I press the bike light like that, light comes back on there, light at the front, that's on as well. Now it says ring bell, and that sort of means an alarm, so I'll press that, and then that bike light's on there, that's flashing there, look as well. Now I don't know how you stop it. I think it just stops on its own maybe. Let's just give it a second and see if it stops. It stopped, there we go. So that's that. So maybe if your bike's parked somewhere and you can't find it, I don't know, or a warning thing, you can lock the bike like that there. There is a little bit of a delay. This thing made a bit of a noise then, so the bike's locked. Now if I push the bike, the alarm will go off, because if I go on to me, but there look, I think it's always a discover, I can't remember exactly where it is. Oh, the 3 dots up there, sorry. Movement alarm after lock-in. Detect the position of the e-bike and trigger an alarm if it is moved. And you've got inductive locking up there as well. Firmware version, battery health, etc, etc. Now, if we go on to record, you can record when you go for a ride somewhere, you can record it. You can upload it to the ENGWE website. If we go on to record here, there's the map there. You can start and it'll record your process. So there's quite a few things on here. It has got a sort of a built-in alarm as well and inductive lock-in. So there is the app. Now, after that big hill, we've done 4 miles, and because of that big hill, we've lost 10%, so we're on 90% battery, which is okay because that hill was quite big. So, shall I try the brakes by here? Let me try no, I won't try it by here because this road is busy. I'll go to the quieter road because I'll stop, a car will come, and then I can't see how far, you know what I mean. Right, so, let's get a little bit further along here. And we'll try the brakes a little bit further on. Now, I'm going to say that even though it's got folding, the handlebars are the folding type, they have put slightly wider handlebars on. So let's just try the old handling. Shouldn't really do this on a corner because there's a car coming. So we'll go over here and we'll try again in a minute. Okay. We'll do it by here now. Nothing coming this time now. So let's go. Oh, another car coming. Where's all these cars coming from? Let's try again one more time. Right, over there, over there, over here, over there. Yeah, it feels quite good. Let me just see what it's like when I pull the brake with the one hand. That's not too bad. Let's try this hand here. That's not too bad. A little bit of torque on your arms, which is expected. Because the handlebars are wider, it is better. Now, the one thing I have noticed with the tyres is they are a lot quieter than the other type of tyres with the sort of knobbly tread. They are, I wouldn't say they're silent, because they are wide tyres, but they are quiet. Very quiet compared to the other wide tyres, if you know what I mean. Car behind me again. Come on, you can come past me, go on. Right, can I do a brake test by here? There's a car coming towards me. Let's check there's nothing coming behind me. Let's get a little bit faster. Nothing coming behind me, so I'll do a brake test. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Woo-hoo-hoo! Blimey. Right then, let's get off the bike and have a look. So, I don't know if you can see there. I'll try and do this as quick as possible before any cars come. But down there, look, there it is, there it is. Get to the end. There's the bike there, there's me, there's the brake test. Very, very good. So let's get back on the bike quickly, because no doubt another car will come along. Let's get going along here, like that. So the brakes are very, very good. I didn't have to pull them that hard. It stopped quite easier than I thought it was going to stop. So the brakes are, they do feel, I've only got to pull them a little bit, and they are coming on quite, you know, quite good. I think I'm going to go down in that bit by there. There's another car coming behind me now. I think I'm going to go on this forestry track. So let's go take a left down by here. There's probably going to be lots of people walking, because I can see loads of cars there already. So we're on some sort of loose, gravelly dirt sort of track by here, and the tyres seem to be coping quite good on this sort of surface. So, and I just came up a big hill again then. So I got to say, this bike is impressing me. Another hill by here in front of me. Fairly steep, but it's quite a loose surface, but the wheels are gripping pretty well. Oh, it's flattening off a bit now, so that was another big hill I had to get up there, but now I usually turn off left by there, but I think I'll carry on down this way for a bit, because I haven't been down this way before, I don't think. Right, okay, I've been on this dirt track for quite some time now, and I gotta say, the bike is doing it absolutely fine. The tyres feel great, I gotta say, they do feel a lot better than other tyres, and there is quite a lot of tread on them, so, you know, there's less chance of getting a puncture, I assume, but I think I'm gonna turn around now and get back up this hill, and get back on the proper mountain roads, because this is going to head way past where I need to go back, if you know what I mean. So I think I'll turn around in a minute. I'm just trying to see where it goes. I think I know where it goes. It goes to a place called Machen, I believe. But I'm going to turn around now. Any second now. I keep saying I'm going to turn around. I just want to see what's around the corner. Now, I'm on, let me stop a minute. I'm on, what does that say there? 84% battery. And I've travelled, let me just change this here. I think that's saying 7 miles. So, and I'm, you know, that's all these hills as well, mind. It's not a flat road, so we've got to get back up this hill now. So, now, when you put it in level 5, without pressing the boost button, it does give you a decent amount of shove. And then when you press the boost button, it does give you the full beams, like I said. But it's quite a lot in the level 5 as well. But you've got plenty of options. Now, there's a hill by you. If I turned it off altogether, it'd probably be terrible, wouldn't it? Actually, it's not as I think these tyres make a difference. Let's try level 1. That's okay, that's level 1. We're on a hill. Level 2. It's quite good. Level 3. 4. And then 5 makes it easy. So now the hill gets steep by here, so I'm going to have to engage the boost mode. Now this is one of ENGWE's newer bikes out. It is one of the new ones. And all the links for this bike will be down in the description below. So go and check it out. Right, I think I can see the top of the hill by here. I remember it was past a bunch of logs by here, so there's the bunch of logs. And I think just after them bunch of logs, it levels out. Then I think I got nice downhill all the way then, which is nice. Yeah, there's the bunch of logs, because I don't know if it's still a forestry, but it used to be a forestry. I don't know what it is now. It might still be, I don't know. But here we are, up to the flat bit. Nearly there, almost there. Hey, and it made it. It's just getting through hills easy, this bike is. Now, I say easy, let me just stop and make one thing clear. It is easy, but on the big hills like that, you have got to put a little bit, only a little bit, of effort in yourself as well, because there is no throttle. This is classed as a legal e-bike, I believe. Well, they call it a 250 watt, and when the boost is engaged, you've still got to be pedaling, so I think it is classed as a legal e-bike. Now, you might have asked yourself, why did I go up the hill and turn around and come back down the hill? Well, I just want to take a photo of the bike by the logs. Hey! Right, okay, I'm back to where I usually go, which is over to the right there. So let's go over this way, back onto the, well, I say this road is not very well used because there's only one farm at the end. Can I get through here? Let's get down here like this, like that, there we go, lovely. And the road is sort of eroded away by here, but anyway, let's get down this way. The road does get better in a second. Well, it did last time I was here. Might have got worse since last time with all the rain and whatnot. I think down by here it gets a little bit better. Now it has got nice wide mud guards, so the mud's not going to get splashed up on you. They are quite wide, they are covered in the tyres, and no mud has sort of gone up on me yet. Okay. Right, that was a tight twite. That was a twite. I said twite twice. That was a tight squeeze. At least he stopped though. That must have been the farmer, because there's one farm at the end of that road. Not the best of roads to have a farm, is it? But I think it's for sale. Anyway, what was I going to say? We've been up a big massive hill. We've done a brake test, both fantastic. We've been off-road, brilliant. The seating position, fantastic. The seat, extremely comfortable. The power, very good. Not the most powerful e-bike I've tested, but seeing as this is coming under the sort of 250 watt legal e-bike terms, very powerful. So if you bought this bike, you would be very, very happy with it, because it is it's just a joy to ride. It is, honestly. Now, if you do like these videos that I do, I have got another ENGWE e-bike coming up after this one, and that is the ENGWE EP2 Pro. No, is it Pro? Boost? It's another Boost anyway. It's a bit like this one, but without the rear suspension. So if you do want to see that, don't, click the old notifications and the subscribe button, and you'll see me doing another one up the mountain somewhere else. Anyway, let's carry on. Right, okay, I'm out in the night time. I just thought I'd come out and test this light because it's a new type of light. So I thought I'd just test it and see what it's like. So let's get down by here. Now there is a lane down by here with no lights, so we'll see what it's like. But you should be able to see it. Now it's quite bright, with it, you know, in the street lights. So let's get down by here. And we'll have a quick look along this lane by here now. So we'll go in by here, in this street here, like this. And then let's go around here like this. Now you should be able to see how bright this light is. Look, it is really, really good. There we go, look at that. It's shining right up there. I have got it pointing down a little bit low. I could probably point it up a little bit higher. Let me just point it a little bit higher. Right, okay, there we go. Fantastic. Very, very good headlight. It's quite small and compact, but it is a very good headlight. So anyway, let's go this way. And there we go. What a great light. And here we go. We're coming back to the pub I went past earlier on, which was quite busy. I think it's still busy now, but the road gets a bit wider by here now when I get past the Man Cloyd Inn. Right, okay, I think mainly it's downhill all the way back now, except for this little bit by here. There's a couple of uphills, but it's mostly downhill now all the way back. So let's get down this big steep hill by here. I'm trying to think if there's another steep hill where I can sort of try the gravity test, because these hills here, they're quite steep, but they got a lot of curves, so I can't see what's coming around the corner. So I'll try and go as fast as I can down here, like this. That's 20, 25, 26. I better slow down. I can't see around the corner, but I was picking up speed quite quick then. What I really need is a nice downhill straight run. Right, anyway, I think I'm going to make my way back. It's not far to go now, so I'm going to make my way back along these 20-mile-an-hour roads. 20 miles an hour. Anyway. Right, okay, there we go then. That's my review of the Engine Pro 3.0 Boost. All the links will be down in the description below. And if you did like this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, hype, do all them good things, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ahoy!